All right, welcome back, class. If you notice, this is not Mrs. Anderson. This is Mr. Wardock, and we will be going over the Unit 7 note packet. And for today, it'll be looking at Unit 7, Lesson 1, Properties of Numbers. So if you missed class and you're watching this video, let me know if you have any questions regarding it. And Unit 7 will be on Properties of Numbers, Lesson 1, Properties of Numbers. So the commutative property states that when we have a plus b, if it's commutative, that equals b plus a. And the same then goes for multiplication. So a times b equals b times a. So let's look at the commutative property. Find the sum of 4 plus 5 and 5 plus 4. 4 plus 5 equals 9. And 5 plus 4 also equals 9. So the sum, even though we rewrote them as 4 plus 5 and 5 plus 4, the sum is both 9. So what do we notice? They are the same. The product then, if we have a negative times a negative, the signs are the same. So the answer will be positive. And 2 times 4 is 8. And if we rewrite it, signs are the same again, but now it's 4 times 2, negative 4 times negative 2, that is also 8. So in multiplication, they are also the same. Find the difference. So we can rewrite this as 8 plus a negative 12. We're looking for the difference, and the greater sign is negative. So the difference is 4, and it's a negative 4. The difference between this one, 12 plus a negative 8, however, now the positive is bigger, so that would be a positive 4. So what do we notice here? 4 does not equal negative 4. So they are different here. Find the quotient. So now we are dividing. 12 divided by a negative 2. If the signs are different and we're dividing, the sign will be negative. So negative 6. And negative 2 divided by 12 is the same as 2 times 1 over 2 times 6. And we could have a negative 1 here. So we can take out a factor of 2 when dividing. So we're left with a negative 1 over 6. So what do we notice about this? Negative 6 does not equal negative 1 over 6. So they are different. So what is commutative? Addition and multiplication. Subtraction here and then division will not be commutative. So what operations are commutative? Addition and multiplication. We can group the numbers in an addition and multiplication problem without changing its answer. So this is the associative property. So if we have 2 plus 3 plus 6 and we group it like this, that is, well, we would add 2 plus 3 first, so that would be 5 plus 6 equals 11. We can regroup it as 2 plus 3 plus 6, and then in order of operations, we do parentheses first. So this would be 2 plus 3 plus 6 is 9, which is 11. So they both equal 11, but we did a different order. So this is the associative property. We can also do it for multiplication. So if we have 1, whoops, that's highlighter mode. And let's do something else. Let's do 4 times 2 times 5. So we do parentheses first. So that would be 8 times 5 equals 40. Okay, so now let's check by regrouping. We could do 4 times 2 times 5. So now we do the parentheses first. So 4 times 10. This is also 40. So it doesn't matter which order we do, addition and multiplication will be associative. All right, here's another property, multiplicative property of 0. So anything times 0 is 0. So let's verify. 3 times 0, that will be 0. 0 times -5 will be 0. And even 100. 100 is big. 100 times 0 is 0. That's what the 0 property is. So it says down here, any number times 0 equals 0. Okay, so let's look at the additive inverse. The additive inverse states that for every real number, there's an additive inverse. And then when we add them together, we will get 0 out. So -3 plus 3, it's a difference because the signs are the same. So the difference between 3 and 3 is 0. The same then goes for 5. Signs are different. 5 and 5, the difference is 0. So that's how we find that the additive inverse is 0. So any number plus its inverse equals 0. How about the identity property? So this is like the identity of the real numbers would be 1. So any number times 1 equals itself. Well, let's check. What is 1 times 1? We have one grouping of 1. That is 1. Okay, so that one might be simple to look at. How about if we have 1 times 5? So when we have times, it's how many groups of? 1 times 5. How many groups of 5 do we have? We have 1. So 5. And then we can do, again, we can do a really big number. 100 times 1 is 100. We can do negative numbers. -45 times 1. It's a negative times a positive, so the signs are different, so it'll be negative. 45 times 1 is 45, and we keep the sign, -45. All right, so then down below we have some for you to try. Let me know if you have any questions, and thanks for listening. Bye.